is this? Hey, look, you're running. I'm gonna stick with you, actually. Why can't my stick button ain't working? Because all my keybinds are jacked.
Well, I can't look around, so.
I can because I always use my mouse.
Yeah, me too. And I'm trying to. I'm like, that's clearly not set up right.
Oh, at least that part's right. But yeah, I just always run. I just pretty much always have like my right button on my mouse is pretty much always clicked.
Yeah,
almost always.
But for me, what I'm doing right now is where I'm changing direction.
Yeah.
While holding, that's me. But normally I can also look around.
But like, no, I'm sorry, but like, oh, I see what you're saying. Like
normally I have my left button. It must be one of the two, and I can't remember which one it was. One of the two was my pan. So
for me, that's my right button. If I'm only holding my right button, I can spin around, and then
so that's me. Like if this is me right now holding my right button.
Okay, you're talking about.
I also have one because I'm used to being able to run and look off to my right, type of deal.
Oh, that button. I agree. Yep, I see what you're saying now. Yep,
I think it's my left button that I usually do that.
Yeah, mine's I actually have those keyed to my mouse, so I don't remember exactly what I usually have them set to. But my mouse is set to the right things. It's just that. So actually, the one way I know how I can rebuild my keybinds in Dark Age is I can go look at like what my keypad's set to.
I got it.
And what my mouse is set to, because they're still set where they're supposed to be.
I got mouse pan added.
Okay.
So I can do this now. So you see I'm still facing, like I can see my face, basically where I can turn it and see my own face.
Sure. But like, so if you're only clicking your left mouse, it'll do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm only holding my left mouse and I'm able to do this.
Okay. But if you hit your right and your left, you move.
Yeah. So you see me turning right now.
Right.
My actually
I get that. I get that. But if you hit your left, if you hit your right and your left at the same time, do you move?
No.
How do you move?
Left. My arrows or R.
On your keyboard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yes, I couldn't do the. If I
did
anything
like
where I
why
started moving
don't
naturally with my mouse,
I know
it would bother me.
But don't use your keyboard to move.
I press R to move. That's run.
And now, okay, so then then you can still turn at least.
Oh yeah. So normally,
okay.
Especially as a caster, I'm usually running. I look off to the left, or if something is, especially if something is out of my immediate target range.
Well, no, I know what the pan. I'm with you on the panning.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like your general movement.
I just press R and I start taking off.
But like your. Now, if your R, but your R doesn't, if you hold R, you run. You're not able to hold on to R and turn. As if but I guess
R.
You run.
This is me looking, running in a straight line. And then if I hit my right click, this is me changing direction. I'm still running. I have never hit
I get that.
Any other button.
I get that.
Okay.
No, the issue you're gonna run into is in melee. So if I'm holding R, and again, this is what I'm trying to ask. If I'm holding R, mm-hmm. I'm doing nothing but I'm holding R.
I'm not holding it. I just tap it once.
But listen. if I'm standing here and I push R, tap or no tap, I don't go forward. But if I'm holding it, I can spin. And the trick there is because in melee, this is the quickest reaction you can get. So if you're trying to get position on somebody, you need to be able to use, so you can hold down to your right click and use your mouse to position yourself. So then you can, so then as you work your way through, you can get, and it's faster than face. And a bit more manageable than face, because then you can start to really, and this is how people can really start to get like keyed on. And there's other buttons where they can lock in and like start to move around you a little bit and then drop off real fast. There's buttons that they can push that can manage that. But if really, like right now, if you're using whatever if you're using any kind of like your yeah, because my buttons aren't there, so it won't do it. But like but at least like right now, so yeah, I have face. It helps for if like, yeah, for casting and things like that, if things are far away. But if I'm close, I know where you are. But what I need to be able to do, like, see, like, so I already have a rear on you. Like, boom, I got a rear on you. So like that quick. So, but if I'm holding my right, I'm not running off.
I'm facing you right now.
Yeah.
So do what you're saying.
So I've got you. So I've already pulled a rear on you.
All right. So here, hang on.
What are you doing to turn?
Turn right now. I've just hit face. I just hit face.
Yeah. So face will help you to a certain point, but also what happens if you can't face?
Like when I'm stunned?
Yeah.
Or
so basically, like, so again, like that face, like I've already pulled a rear on you. When by the time you started even shifting around, I've already pulled a rear on you.
Even though it's auto facing.
Yeah, your auto face is never going to be faster than, especially depending on how you set your DP on your mouse. But even your lowest DP on a mouse, that auto face is nice, but in melee, it is never going to be as fast as your. So I mean, and it's that quick, especially for like really good players. Like as soon as I come through, like I'm. As if I can see your cape.
Okay, let me pull up the stream so I can actually see what you're seeing. Anyhow, go ahead. You were saying about the cape.
So basically what it is like I can turn around, I can see the emblem on your cape.
Okay, so right now I am. Let me hit. Okay, so I was sticking. Let me hit face. All right, so this is face as of right there.
Done. I can see the emblem. So it done like it. Now, what are you doing there?
I haven't hit anything different. This is still face. Like,
okay, like, yeah,
not pressing the keyboard at all.
Yeah,
legitimately.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Okay,
yeah.
So I come through, I engage you, I pop through, boom, I'm done. As soon as I can see the emblem on your cape,
you hit the button.
Yeah. But if I do like. So like right now, like if someone comes, I can like, okay, boom, oh crap. Speaking of, we're trying to figure this out because, you know,
Exactly. Yeah, I was watching the stream, so I tried to pop over.
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah.
And again, I need to get my keep. I cannot do shit. But like right now, he's working with he is just like going back and forth on me. Mm-hmm. But at the very least, I'm making it as hard as possible. Yeah.
Sure. Right.
For him to get that rear off, or maybe even that side off. Because now if he can catch you, and then he's not. I'm trying to fumble with my buttons and everything, but you can see he's like doing kind of almost like this zigzag motion on the screen. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, what he's doing is he's trying to get, and he's not even necessarily looking for it. He's sitting there, he's like moving, and he's like tapping that button.
Yeah,
he's trying to like get it if he can pop it off. But it's like if I can come around and I can see the emblem on the back of your coat, on your cloak.
That's the move.
I'm and that's the other thing as an assassin too, as you're coming through. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're trying to work and you're trying to get the timing on. I mean, another thing about it is like with Dark Age, like just trying to turn around and just do like button mashing doesn't quite work. So to just say. You're not
a little.
But a little, you know, you can kind of time it out just right. But if I can get around as soon as I can spin around if I can. But basically, I'm working it in. Especially if I hit you up front. So if I do like a perf, and then like I run through, because there's no like I can just run right through you.
Sure.
So if I hit the perf, I'll just run right through. And if I can see the emblem on your cloak, I'm popping backstab.
Right.
I mean, I'm popping it like that millisecond.
Right.
And that's the trick. And that's where like the mouse turn, especially again, like even like the slowest DPIs typically will be faster. And then that's where like the real God, like even like, I mean, I don't have this mouse because it has like potential for a high DPI, but it does. But like that mouse turn will always be faster than auto face, and then by like a zillion miles time faster than what your keyboard can do.
Gotcha.
Like the motion isn't going to be. So for me, I have my movement. My guy doesn't move until I'm pressing both right and left buttons. But if I'm just holding the right button, I can like if I'm slide, I can move, and I can move like pretty damn. I mean, I'm like it's pretty dang. It's about as fast as it's gonna get, because then I can sit back and I can just turn back around. So this person's just kind of hanging back, coming through. Let's say I'm an assassin. I pop off. I hit perf. I can turn back around on them much quicker now. They also, depending if they're able to react potentially, and that's where you kind of get that dance going. But it's just more a matter of what I'm looking for. If I can tell what guild you're from.
Yeah, that's the yes.
You know, it's and you know, it makes it even. It might make it a little bit. That's where a lot of folks will just wear nothing but black. But again, you can see if I see your back, if I get like a whiff of your back, that's it. That's what I'm popping. And for me, that's 9. Like it's at. I know, like it's 9. So as soon as I see that, but for me too, it might be different for other folks, but because I got this keypad, so I can hit from 4 to 9 with like moving my finger up one row. So for me, if I'm coming back, I'm coming in. Like for me, pretty much any character I play, my back thing is 9, and the follow up to it's 0. And for me, it's like from 4 to 5 to 9 to 0 is like nothing. So like I'm just like I'm looking for your emblem. I'm hitting 9. I'm like that's. But
I got you.
Yeah. And so it's another. It's something. So face, but still, face is great in PvE and great for like at range. And
which is pretty much why I started developing that, because of me being
always
caster.
kind of being like more at the range level.
It's
but
range.
until you get somebody on you. So I would say face, great. Range, face, great. Keep that up. But I would suggest kind of reworking and making it more of a, so you can hold down that right mouse button and be able to spin. Because I mean, it's almost dizzying sometimes how fast it's a flick of your wrist. It's just boom, boom, boom. And then as you start to work it, as you're engaging, especially in melee, and you can get somebody, especially if you can pop off some kind of something where they're stunned even for a second, and then you can run through. And I'll tell you where I really honed this was with my Reaver. So Reavers have slam.
Sure.
Most time they can get slam. They'll get 42 shield to get slam, and then enough flexible weapon to get Leviathan, which is their rear style.
Right.
So a lot of times I'll get things engaged, I'll pop slam, and then especially now because the hybrid slam is shorter, you pop it and then you have less time, but I'm running right through. And I found that beforehand I had more seconds on my slam, so I could run through, hit face, and then pop Leviathan. Okay, fair enough. Now I'm finding that because the slam seconds are shorter, face is too slow. So if I'm running my Reaver, coming in, I engage, got some other things I need to do to load up, some dots and stuff, and then I pop slam, I run, and then I'm flicking my wrist, and then I'm popping 9 for Leviathan or wherever you want to put on your keyboard, and it's pop, like just, and it's hitting like far more, like basically I couldn't, from like not being able to hit it at all to even unpracticed, popping off at least 75% of the time, and then with practice it's getting to where I can just pretty much just start to drop it.
Okay.
But like you have to hit it like boom. So again, like for you as like a caster, if you're in a position where you're in melee, at the very least, if you can run and get distance, great. But if you're in the mix, like the worst hitting styles are going to be to the side and the back. So at the very least, if you're kind of in there, kind of get it to where you can be like in, like for you just want to be able to see, you can see their face quickly.
Right.
And then if you can kind of break away, something happen, you can, like, I don't know, someone can help like pull off a shield style on you, do like on them and give you some freedom or whatever. Maybe you can like a insta root, or if you're a freaking hib, you can pop a stun on them. Maybe like a quick cast stun, maybe something like that, and then you just run right through them and just book it. So you're almost better, just like you're literally almost better kind of figuring out some other kind of maneuver and then literally running right through them and just getting away that way, as opposed to like, oh, I'm gonna like, because if you can turn around, especially if you can turn around to a point where they can get any kind of range or any kind of catch up on you, like charge or like something where they can like catch catch up on the distance just a smidge, then you're giving them your back in range, and that's their most, more than likely their most devastating style.
Right.
Maybe their side style, but like if their side style is the best, their back style is going to be the second best, and vice versa.
Sure.
You know? And so it's like boom, boom, run through, do whatever tricks you have, or maybe you can kind of at the very least kind of maneuver them to like someone can kind of come in with like a shield slam
or side like style of their own, or back style, right?
Something, and then really you're almost better off just running right through them
Yeah.
And just boom, because it's going to be your fastest way to get away at that point. Because you're literally just, you know, instead of like, because that whole like runaway motion
turns you to them.
If it's, well, that, but also if you like, if you have them stunned, then okay, they're stunned, you could turn away and they can't do anything. But you're exactly, you're itching. Yeah. Now, granted, the mouse can help with that too.
Sure.
Because then you're kind of spinning much faster. But like if I'm coming through and I'm engaged with somebody and they're popping through, and maybe I can kind of work through, I can kind of do this motion or something like that, and they're right up. So now they're right up with me. You come up to me and you shield slam them, or I pop like an insta root or whatever. I mean, maybe I might be able to do that. Fine, but also kind of depends. Okay, that also gives you more freedom. Okay, if I run straight through them, I'm running into their friends. Okay, I'm not going to do that. But then if you're doing the mouse turn, you're going to have much of, if you're doing the keyboard, it's going to be, you know, closer to this. But if you're doing that mouse turn, at the very least, you can also flick away and then start to move off. Or if like, you know, behind them is like friendlies, then you can hit sprint and then just run straight through.
Run straight through. Go to them.
Yeah, because you're making the quickest route to safety-ish, as opposed to then always necessarily running behind where, oh shit.
Right. No, exactly.
It's like, okay, I see behind them, I know that's good, I'm running right there. Like, I know there's friendlies there, I'm running right there. No. Versus, or at the very least, I know, like, okay, I got this guy over here, he's coming through. Maybe even if they're in a position where I can, like, they can't move, but they can still turn, then maybe what I'll do is like, okay, so let's say you're the stunner guy, you run to the side and then go from one side of the person to the other. And so like you're there. Let's say you've already run the stun and you're on that side there. Okay, and let's say she's facing me. She can't move, but she can face. I don't know if that's rude or what, but basically, okay, so what I'm going to turn her around and I'm just going to run this way. So even if she breaks, drops purge, whatever, then I'm running her right back into my tank.
Sure.
You know, little stuff like that, but it's like it kind of depends, but like it's being able to do that quick turn without having to move at the same time, because then it gives you a second to kind of like, oh, okay, and then that's safety. Let me run the safety. There's tanks, there's people there that can bash them and fuck them up. Let me send them there. Or they can break off, whatever. But you know, I can't do anything with them here. They're too close to me. I'm gonna go run them over here, or they can break off and do whatever. But I'm running like a little girl over to the big boys, you know. Right. And then if anything else, and then if I'm over here and I'm around friendlies, and then that person's engaged with some other people, guess what I can do? I can drop hellfire on them, you know, because I'm free.
Yeah.
You know,
no one's hitting me right now.
Nobody's touching me.
Right.
I'm at least within some friendlies, and I still have target on them. And now I can come in, and then that's where face comes into play. Because then, like, you're running for safety. You may not necessarily be, you know, generally where they are, but you don't know exactly where they are.
No. So you just swing and go.
You're running off to a safe place, and then I'm coming over, and then face hit, and then that's where you can hit. That's where face helps. But or also you're coming in and you want to make sure you're beelining on a target. You're coming in, then pop face. PvE face is good too. Especially make sure you kind of got like your targets lined up. But in PvP, it's situational. It's a bit more tactical than I'm always just gonna hit face. I'm always gonna hit face. That's what I was talking about, like especially with like games like New World. We say, well, is there face? Well, I'm like, well, no, because really it wouldn't be as good as, like, it wouldn't be the best maneuver to take.
You don't want to hit face. Right.
It would probably, unless it is like instantaneous, it's not gonna be. It's a good way to get your bearings. It's a good way to kind of, especially like if, again, like I said, you're running for the hills and it's like, okay, I feel good now. I can turn back around and start to, you know, I can start going back on the offense. Then it's like boom. Or especially if like you're in a situation where you're running an assist train and you're kind of working through, okay, all right, assists are being called out. I need to break out and get a little bit of distance.
Sure.
Like 1, 2, 3. Then I want to start dropping hell on top of stuff. Face is great for that, because otherwise you wouldn't. That's the best way to know where the target is. You're coming off. You've hit assist. You're breaking back a little bit, and then you just want to be able to turn and pop. Face is awesome for that. Right. You know. But like, especially for like those situations where you do get people popping on you in melee, maybe it's like a mez situation, and then they attack you, but so they get that attack on, but then your mez is broken, and then you're trying to kind of make sure that they're not getting easy access. You know, it's like
backwards.
It's like, dude, just it's RVR is like prison, man. Just, you know, don't make it easy, man. Don't make it easy. You know, or just like it. But that term. But yeah, if you're always just like, that's where you're saying like, oh, if I hit and you're saying like trying like the panic. No, I get the panic. I got the panic. Let's go back to the other thing. Like,
what button are you hitting?
Like you say you hit your right button and you run. I'm like, oh, like wait. No, I'm like, no, don't But it's just like if you told me like if you just hit your left button and then you could spin the same way. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but if it works, okay. But as long as you can kind of like hit one button and without moving, like spin on a dime
and do the thing. All right.
I mean, basically, literally, like a very quick, like a good wrist movement, do a complete 180. Like that's what you're looking for, or pretty close, because you're not even having to do that. You know, you're probably maybe needing to do like 90 degrees, or maybe like, I'm sorry, a flick of the wrist and do a 360 is what I was talking about. So like if you can do a quick flick of the wrist and do a 360, you're golden. But at the very least, if you can do a 360, if you can do a quick flick and at least be at like 180 plus, that's even better. That's good enough, because then you're kind of able, especially at that short range kind of deal, you know, you're able to at least kind of, because if they're at the very least, if they're coming in and they're trying to, so even if I do this, so if she's facing me and I turn to where my side's to her, if I'm engaged with her, and let's say let me say she's engaged, and then she does what she's probably likely to do, is she's either going to go around me or she's going to go through me. So let's say she's looking to go through me. Either way, if she's making the move to go through, she's more than likely going to attempt a backstab type move on me. If I can just turn to the right very quickly, like even like pass to the right, then she's either going to need to be able to adjust on the fly, or she's going to miss. Right. It's going to say that's not that move. You have to, you know, it's going to
in the wrong position.
Yeah,
right.
It's going to, and she's going to hit the button, and then it's not, and then those milliseconds are lost to her, and then it's like whoop, you know, or like at the very least. But it's just doing a slowly, I turn inch by inch and then run. Right. Probably not the best. Probably, if anything else, you get engaged, you get any kind of movement at all, I would just beeline it straight through, or at the also, well, again, especially if you have friendlies behind her, run straight through, or at the very least, just kind of keep like to where you're facing them.
Always looking at them, which as a caster is the last thing you usually want to do with a tank or anyone hitting you.
Well, you do and you don't, because I'm talking about like in milliseconds here. Because basically what you're doing is you're setting the stage to where then you're running away. I'm not saying you're doing like a do-si-do with them the whole time, right. But at the very, unless you're in a situation like, say, like you're rooted or something like that, where you're stuck, but you can still turn.
That's different. That's different. Yeah.
Then, but it is that you're wanting to be able to keep your face in front of them, and unfortunately, the auto face isn't. Like, by the time you hit it, they've already had a chance.
They can move.
They've already had a chance on you. And it's like, it's gonna like it's gonna do this. Supposed to like that quick flick. It's not fast enough. You're gonna see your emblem and they're gonna pop you.
Gotcha.
And again, the other thing too is, and it also gives you a quick chance to kind of, and if anything else, like I said, if you can't move, and you're kind of keeping in, like, okay, you're keeping your face on them like this, it also gives you an opportunity to reassess the battlefield.
See where everybody is.
And see where everyone is. And it's like, as soon as I can, I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to give them my back.
But by the way, when I see my tanks over here,
and I can get away. And I can break away. Again, if it's either... Now, it's probably going to be like a Mez, Mez, probably like a stealth that's going to come in, do like either a perf or a backstab.
Sure.
And then what you're looking to do, but see, perf, unlike backstab, they have to be stealth.
Right.
So if they're not stealth, then now it's not to say they can't do anything, but they're more likely to one-shot you from either your back or your side, or if anything else, if you can give them their side, then they're going to stun you again, more than likely, right. And then they're just going to go around to your back, stuff like that. And here's the thing, is that Dark Age used to not have the mouse as like being like the whole like deal. It used to not exist at all. Like you could do some kind of like mount like clicking and stuff like that, but right. You couldn't maneuver the way you can now. And I think I say now, they enabled it like not that long ago, compared to when we played. I think by the time we were done playing, it was in place. But early on, it was just the arrow keys or whatever it was. It was strictly by the keyboard.
Right. Maybe that's where I got that instinctual thing.
Yeah,
going,
and so anyway, let you go. A little bit of random combat stuff, but I was like, okay, I can't let my boy running around here. I can't do it. I can't do that because that's just nasty. Because basically what you want to do, and like you have to figure out kind of like what your mouse is, like the DPI basically means like how work on that. Yeah. But yeah, we'll figure that out. I still got to figure out where all my settings are. We got to get Ian to bed because it's really freaking late.
But early, depending on the direction.
Thanks everybody that popped on tonight. Thanks all of our new followers tonight. You guys are incredible.
That's awesome.
You know, what else are we doing this for? We're just yelling at each other. We do this anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Speaking of, look at that.
Geronimo right 77. My random drunk ramblings must have not have been completely incoherent. I really appreciate that, buddy. We'll have to get back into the Dark Age. Have to get our keybinds and everything reworked.
Yeah, exactly.
But tonight was a bit of a nostalgia kick, and a lot of old longtime folks popping on, a lot of new folks too. I mean, dang man, we've gotten like quite a few more followers here just from running the Dark Age stream again.
Yeah, talking about just kind of us not playing per se a lot, but
talking about it, talking about like just streaming in general, and just talking about future plans and all this stuff. But hey, you know what? Sure. Appreciate everybody. 100%. Can't do this without you. No doubt. And so this is Getting Work. Signing off.
Later, friend.
It'd be great if I could find the button that actually like closes off the stream. We're professional streamers, people. I'm telling you. We've done this before. Later, folks.